Good afternoon and good day. We are all welcome to day 3 of our 30 days cybersecurity terminologies challenge. Today, we want to talk about on day 3, we are to talk about authorization. As we earlier discussed, the day 1 was about authentication. Then day 2, we spoke about multi-factor authentication, that's MFA. So, to still recap a little, authentication, clearly there we try to explain who are you. We are trying to identify who is that person and is it a genuine person or is it genuinely registered or a genuine member so that you have access to know his genuinity. That's authentication. So today we want to speak about authorization, which authorization is now speaking on what are you allowed if you are a genuine person, if you have been authenticated, then what privilege do you have to access, or for what privilege do you have? What's your privilege level that you will operate? If you are allowed to, maybe you knock a door, come, knock, and now the owner of the house now say, who is that? You say you are Mr. A. Then, if you have been allowed inside the living room, are you allowed to go beyond that, or are you allowed to go to the restroom? Are you allowed to go to the master bedroom and co, and so many other areas of the room? Where is your privilege level? Where can you access? So what that is authorization. Authorization speaks about what you are allowed to do. Where, as in where you are just in a simple time, what you are allowed to, where will you operate, where is it allowed for you to operate. So by definition, authentication is the act of defining what an authenticated user is allowed to access. You define the access. Do I rightly explain initially that you define where you are allowed to reach, your limit. That's authentication. For example, now to give counter example, because we are giving an awareness, so we don't need to just be talking, we have to make it with counter examples. For example, we all have emails. Whenever you want to log in to, maybe let's say for instance your Gmail, you need to provide a password, or maybe you use a biometric means, which either by means of thumb printing, that's fingerprint, or using your iris and co. That process is authentication. Then haven't you allowed to have access to that mail? Your authorization is for you to be able to what? Read emails, write emails. Now, you also know that inside the email, you cannot access another person's email. You don't have access to somebody inbox as from your mail. You see, that's authorization. But you can have access to your own, all those features in your email. That's to tell you that you have been authorized to what? Have access to those things. If we want to give another example again, maybe we'll talk about fintech, like OPay now. For example, if you're an OPay user, you also use your what? Your information to know who you are. By the OPay, as you open the app, it will need to know who are you. Then you now answer by inserting your passwords. Then after you insert your password, it will check and see, yes, genuinely are you the one? It gives access. That's authentication. Then authorization will now come in. In your OPay app, you have ability of what? Transferring money from doing some, either you are transferring or you are depositing or anything you are doing. You have that authorization. You also can pay your bills, do other transactions, all are authorization. Then in another site, you see that limits you there. You now, maybe as an agent, you as an OPay user, you cannot perform the function of an OPay, maybe POS agent, by maybe depositing money or do from another person's account. You don't have that access. So it is maybe the POS agent now, you see, has another authorization above your own where you can slot in your card and be able to transfer a certain amount of money or maybe do some transactions. That's also a privilege level, which is also an authorization that gave him that privilege level. Then another person is maybe the OP manager. Maybe the OP have in their industry or in their company, they have manager that manage the main systems. So you see those people, they have ability of what? Granting approvals, doing so many other things. The same thing applies to our commercial bank. If you are a user of bank A, you know that the only thing you do is to log into your account, perform transactions. Then a teller has also your authorization is to log into your account and perform a particular transaction. It stops there. You cannot use your bank, maybe your commercial bank account, to transfer money to another different person account. It's not possible for you. But the teller in the bank has that little privilege. He can access those and do the needful. Then even him himself, he has a limited access. Like bank manager have more different authorization from that of the teller. Bank manager can approve large transactions. You see, the different level of authorization is different. So authorization is just trying to tell you what as a normal user can be able to do. Then we'll talk about maybe I spoke about commercial banks. I think I have vividly explained authorization. Then why do we do this authorization, if you may ask? Authorization, basically, one of the concepts behind that technology, or behind that mechanism, is to what? Prevent unauthorized user access to a particular privilege of access. Maybe now you draw line that if you are not authorized to do this, you cannot perform that. Then also it's like a means of preventing or securing sensitive data, that is sensitive information, are only disposal to some certain level. If it is a danger, you don't have that level of accessing those information. It also reduce the risk of insider. Who are the insider? Maybe you that are part of the system. So it prevents you from doing what you are not allowed to do. Then lastly is it ensure accountability. All these things, as I earlier explained, you see that everybody has his own level of operation. So peradventure, if a particular thing happen, it is easy for this to audit the system, to check the audit trail and be able to know that at which level does this thing happen. Then we can clearly know that this is at user level, this is as manager level, or this is at the operator level. Like that, it gives everybody his privileges. So provide maybe if there is a problem in the system, it can easily give an audit of knowing or identifying a particular problem. And accountability, you know who does this and who does that, easily add that. So at this juncture, I would like to say thank you very much for your time and happy viewing. By the grace of God, we'll continue to bring you our 30 days challenge. So I remain your own Dr. Abdullah Abdul Muttalib, your digital doctor. Thanks for your time. Please, if you find this video interesting, like and share, comment. If you have any question, you can also bring up a question. Thank you very much for your time. Cyber security is interesting and you need cyber security. Cyber security it should be your friend. The way you take care of your health, because we are into technology now. We cannot do it. Technology is no longer luxury. Technology now is necessity. So we need to embark on cyber hygiene. We need to know about if we must use technology, if we must use all this mobile phone and so many things about technology, we must, the bad people are there that will harm you. We use that. It's just like the way doctors and diseases. So cyber securities, we the cyber experts, we are the doctors. We are trying to what, prevent you, to give you health talk. It's just like it's for example, like I'm giving you a health talk. I'm trying to prevent you from the bad guys. So if you are cyberly aware, it will not be easy for hacker or anybody to maybe have access. You'll be in line, and you'll not be vulnerable. Thank you very much once again, and thanks for your time. Cheers.